Well, good morning. It's Inspiration Wednesday, and it is a biting cold but sunny morning. And I'm going to start off the page by gessoing. So I'm just gonna, oh look, I can't even tape my spine because of the thing. I'm in the center of the second signature. So I'm not taping the spine today, even if I wanted to. So I'll just go ahead and gesso this whole thing right over that ribbon, right over that spine, and then come back and we'll have a plan for something. So this might seem incredibly crazy, but I have lots of flowers and I just feel like collaging them on the background and painting over them with gesso. Kind of like, I guess, what Anna Dombrowska does, but I haven't taken her class, so I don't really know what she does. But I'm going to glue these down. I know, it's just crazy. I love this book because I can just, all the crazy things that I might be thinking, like what if, why not do it? Who cares if it's a success or a failure? Let's just see, because this might just be the coolest thing I've ever done, or it might be a lesson learned. But yeah, and I know most of you have flowers coming out your hoo-ha too, so might as well collage them into something. I'll admit it's kind of pretty just like that, but I'm just going to go for it and gesso. Yay! One side at a time, because Lord knows there's going to be a lot of texture here. So I'm just winging it here, gessoing over the flowers. Who knows if they're even totally glued down. By the end of the day, today they will be. So still I'm playing with the what ifs, and I never know if these cockamamie ideas are going to work. But I've got a palette knife and I've got my super heavy gesso, and if you've not used this, it really feels like a lead brick. But it's one of my newer favorite things. It's really, really thick, and that's why they call it super heavy. So I'm going to kind of go into the grooves here with this palette knife and kind of make the difference between the background and the flowers a little bit hidden with this super heavy gesso. Now, the only drawback to this is not a quick drying media, so it might be a little while before I'm actually painting on it. But I just want to fill in the grooves here with that, just with the palette knife, and see if I can't make some kind of really fun, crazy surface to start working on. And I don't really want to go over the tops of the centers of the flowers, just want to kind of fill in between. I'm probably going to have to do the inclusion in a couple stages just because it's going to bend and turn and smush. So I'm going to try to dry this. I'm going to take my hair dryer because it will dry some cool heat, and hopefully instead of just heating the outside, it will cool the inside and dry the whole thing. But I don't know how long this is going to take, so I'll just sit here and dry. And I'm getting bored. So I'm just going to go in here. It dries super quick on the paper because it's not as thick on there, so I'm just going to go in here and then continue to keep drying it. I don't know what I was thinking, but I think I'm going to love the result. Oh, look at that gemstone. Should I try to dry the gemstone back in there? Why not? Stay. Alright, let's keep it like that, and I will continue drying forever till this is dry. I'm so happy with the way this looks. I could piss myself. I think it's absolutely fabulous. I just kind of want to walk away like that and be like, done, people, thanks. Let's go out on a high note. If I push my finger in really hard, it's totally still not dry, but I'm just not going to do that. So I've got my gold in here, my teal, because that's what it's going to need, clearly. I mean, was there even a question? So let's put some teal there. And I'm going to put a little bit of gesso with that. I think I'll probably do some yellow ochre with it after, but I'm just going to put this coat of teal on here with some white and just kind of embed that in here because it's going to make me happy. And that's really all that matters. having one of those moments where like paint can't flip and dry fast enough because I just got this brain fart of idea that could be totally disastrous, but I can't get there until I put the paint on, and I can't tell you yet because I'm just too dang excited. So yeah, all right, so let's calm down, and I think I'm gonna need some yellow ochre. Do I even want a brush? I don't know. Yellow ochre, and I want to put a little bit of that on, kind of like through here, just kind of grungy this sucker up. I'm really excited. And the idea probably will like totally be an epic fail. But it just made me excited because I thought of it. Because that's half the battle to actually have the idea. So I'll stop babbling now. And just time-lapse me putting this paint on here. Just randomly making this kind of vintagey looking. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. Still not totally dry. And I'm still having trouble containing myself. But now I want to go like this with some, I'm just layering paint on here like a spaz, but it's making me happy because I want more of this, I want more. Say this is by far the coolest, weirdest thing I have ever done, an inspiration journal. So I think it has to do with the flowers I chose because they're the specific ones that almost look like a rosette. So like if you've ever seen pictures on like Pinterest or those rusted old rosettes on doors that are peeling paint and stuff, it looks like that. I mean, it's kind of badass. That's all I'm gonna say. It's kind of badass. So here's the thing, like even my paint's not even dry yet because I just can't wait. So as I was doing this, I was thinking, what would this look like if I had random areas of like clear UT, just like kind of good in there. So that's, I don't know how to even do it. I just know that I have UT and I'm not afraid to use it. So I've got a Versamark and I'm hoping that it leaves enough wet goo anywhere randomly. And I don't even know if I'm taking off paint or, I don't know, I'm just kind of smushing this stuff in here. I want to leave like these, I guess they would look kind of wet, right? Areas. So I just keep my UT in a little container, actually an IKEA container with a little spoon in there. So I can do this. And I don't know how much is going to stick and how much isn't. I guess that's kind of the fun part of it. It might look like it's trapped behind glass, or it just might look like ass. I don't know. So let's see if I can't get... And it's all reusable, so I'm just going to feel free to be generous with my UT disbursement here. And then I have one of those little trays, so like you can take it and pour the excess in there. The secret is to try to get it into the tray, because clearly I did not. Okay. And then this becomes reusable and it has a little pour thing, but I could never get that little thingy off there. I guess I'll heat this side and then I guess, you know what, I should just go all in because it's not like I can undo once I've done it. So let's just go into this side, get some of that UT in there. Yay! Clean that off because UT to me is sometimes like glitter. It just feels like it gets everywhere. All right, so I haven't heated it. And just to let you know, if this is a beloved embossing ink pad, just know that it might be destroyed by this process. But if you have a destroyed one and a good one, then whatever. So I'm going to now just heat this and see what we get. I have no idea what we're going to get, and it might take a while, so I'll just time-lapse this or cut away, or I don't know. Let's just see what we get. Can you even see the goodness? I have to like step away because I've been touching myself with excitement because can you even see the juicy goodness that's going on over here? So that's the side I did, and I haven't worked on that side, but oh my god, let me zoom in, let me zoom in. Oh, wrong. Come on, that is, it's like shiny and drippy, and the paint is bubbling because it's hot, and there's all kinds of textural things going on here. I mean, it's just, Oh my God, I'm having such a moment. I need to actually just cut away for a few minutes just because I'm having that good of a time with myself here. So I'm gonna go and finish heat drying this one or melting the UT. It takes a little while, so Lord knows how long it'll be, but I'll be back when it's all melty and delicious. I've kind of been sitting here and my mind's been reeling, and you know, I have anxiety and my mind just goes and goes and goes, but I'm sitting here looking at this and saying, you know, this is more than probably the coolest freaking thing I've ever done. It's more than that. It's about taking a risk. And this inspiration journal has always been about taking a risk, doing something just batshit crazy, and then seeing if you could turn it into something. And that's what today is. And it's this journey. It's this journey that if you've been watching Inspiration Wednesday, you have been taking this with me. And even if you're not doing it, you're just watching it, you're still on that ride with me, that roller coaster. It's an emotional thing, especially when you're just so passionate about doing it. And I think that's why next year, I mean, like starting the new year, I know people don't buy into that, but I think that's what it is, about taking risk, because the bigger the risk, the most amazing the outcome. I mean, it's just about taking that leap. And those of you that have been emailing me about being on the fence, about taking on this endeavor, the 48 weeks next year, I hope that this is your sign, because it's a sign to me saying, you know, buy into it, take the risk, and see where that can take you. See where empowering yourself just to do something that is bigger than you've ever done before is enough to just propel you into this greatness. I mean, I feel so dang good about myself. And I know it's a journal page. I mean, like, that's what you need. Like, how insecure are you that you need a journal page? I am that insecure. Because that made me, that made my day, that made my week, that made my month. I mean, it's like the biggest Christmas gift I've ever given myself, to do something crazy like that. I mean, I know that this camera will never, ever convey how cool this is. I mean, there's just no way. You have to touch it. You have to smell it. You have to just, oh my God, it's amazing. I want to do like, I mean, I would have that as a canvas hanging on my wall. Just that, flowers embedded with nothing else. Just the color and the sheen. I should stop talking. I'm babbling, but I'm having an emotional breakthrough here. This is just amazing to me. And I just, the texture, all of it. I just love it. So I think I'm going to have to, I mean, I just did some of the UT on that side. I think I'm going to write a message. I'm going to write something powerful. I think I'm going to go to my typewriter and just, whether it's a message to myself or a message to my children or just a message, I need to write something powerful for this page, because I feel like the momentum of this page has just given me such a good feeling inside. All right, I will be back. Don't go anywhere. I myself on saying I'm not really that emotionally deep, but I went totally deep today at these. I'll read it to you, but I did take them outside and spray some of the matte varnish, because I'm not really sure how I want to put these in here, but I know I don't want the ink from the type to bleed. I'm even thinking, like, why not even put some UT on top of this, because that would be fun. So I'll read it to you before I glue it down. It says, living, truly living, is about taking risks, taking chances, and stepping beyond the safety of your comfort zone and daring to be different. Different than you were yesterday, 10 minutes ago, or last year. Propelling yourself into a new arena of self-awareness and potential, and learning to love all of your failures as much as your successes. I create to find myself, to remember who it is I most want to be, and nurture her existence, and grow more confident that I am a beautiful soul with a passionate heart. Lots of run-on sentences here. Developing that heart on the pages and canvases I create, I find acceptance on these pages and purpose. I find I have come to know more about myself through my art than any other place. Here I am whole, I am true, I am an artist. So I know that I want to tear this, because it needs to fit somehow in there. So I've got that part done. I'm thinking glue them down, and then putting a little bit of the UT on top of them. So gluing them down, I think I might use some matte, fluid matte medium, which is basically clear fluid acrylic paint. And that will at least allow me like a solid surface, almost like I was decoupaging them down. So I'm just going to go into here and put that on. Apparently I'm going to be really sloppy with it. Put that there. And then do this side. Choose not to put any on top because I think it might bubble like this will here. So I am just going to dry it, and then I'm going to come back with the Versamark and put some UT on top. Before I go ahead and put that on there, I should put the date. So today is December 11th. And where am I going to put that? Maybe I'll put it here. Totally did not show up. Fabulous. I'll write that in. How about I put the 11th? Alright, so now with the UT, I'm going to take the Versamark and kind of go, look, it's so grody now. Just kind of go over it willy-nilly. Let's see, wherever it goes. And then pour some of the UT on top. Now to melt it. I honestly just can't say more than what I had already gushed about, but I love how that's kind of got that shine to it. It's all part of it. It's got that kind of gloss texture and it's rigid in there. So I know I've said it already, but this is life-changing. I absolutely love this. I will certainly do this again, and that flower right there looks totally like a rosette underneath all that. And I love even how the heat gun started to burn the paint off and a little bit of pink started coming through. It's just so dynamic. It just feels like a bunch of plastic flowers on there. It's just great. And surely my book will not close anymore, but I don't care. All right, well, that's it for this Inspiration Wednesday. If nothing else, just walk away with the idea that the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So that's it. I don't know if you'll have another one before the end of the year, so this might be it. So that's it for this Inspiration Wednesday. See you next time.